If you're not learning, what are you doing?
You have it listen.
You don't know what you don't know.
And then you go digging.
You literally just drag it in. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make country pop music. Going for like a modern country fusion with pop that you would hear on the radio nowadays. And to do that, I remade one of the biggest country pop hits of the 2020s, Last Night by Morgan Wallen. And I'll break down my remake of the song's elements, the sounds of those elements, the mixing, the structure and arrangement, all that jazz. So hopefully by the end of this tutorial, you can make a song in a similar country pop style to this one. Set the tempo around 100 BPM. Start off by finding yourself a guitar sample. Some good resources to get something like this are Splice, which is paid for, and Looperman, which is completely free. Both have really great samples in the country genre, and I use both often, so you're going to get some really good quality guitar samples from them. Or you could just play the guitar yourself and make up a little riff like this. That's also an option. And for mixing, I just have an EQ on here that gets rid of a lot of the lows, because when we make a bass later, we don't want the lows of the guitar to counteract and get muddy with the bass that we're going to make. To take out a little bit of the lows, and then over here, we boost a little bit of the highs on the second highest frequency over here, just so that it's a lighter tone to the sound and you can kind of hear the higher frequencies a little bit more in the mix. And then all of the elements except the drums are going to have this sidechain on here, just so that the drums can stand out later, so we don't have to amplify the sound too much. Like the drums can impact more and attack more. Not too...
Looperman. Okay, let's see what they got. Genre. Acoustic guitar. Alright.
Just a little bit. Next, we make some MIDI chords that follow the guitar sample. These are just the chords that the guitar sample plays, and it's just to amplify the sound of the guitar sample in the mix. For the sound of these chords, I used this guitar preset from Flex, this piano pad preset from Flex, and then this other guitar preset from Flex as well. So these two guitar presets from Flex over here really help to stand out and amplify the guitar sample that we have from earlier. And this piano pad preset is just kind of to amplify the essence of the chords and give it some extra flavor in the mix. And believe it or not, it is the same EQ and the same sidechain from earlier for the same exact reasons. Next, take the bass notes from those chords and chop them up into an 808. Usually when I make chords, I like to lay out the bass notes pretty well, but I did not do that for this case, just so that it's a lighter feel for the chords in the mix. Good way to find the bass notes if you're trying to like make an 808 out of them. Copy down the notes that you have from the chords so that you're following in the key and stuff, and then take like an empty 808 pattern and just kind of play around with the guitar and see how it fits with the guitar. Like, it's kind of just random notes that are in the key, but it flows pretty well with the guitar sample. And the 808 by itself sounds like this. Add some extra flavor and variance into this. And then at the end over here, have like a little ascending pattern that leads up to the repeating pattern of this. And when you do stuff like that, it kind of adds some variance and makes it flow well to repeat again. I use 3 Flex 808 presets to accomplish this sound. I use this one over here, and this one as well. So go for really some standard 808 sounds, but also some that have like a more blasty sound, and then some that also just sound like regular 808s. For the mixing, this looks a little weird and probably unconventional, but the way Flex has their 808s is that it's really high in here and really high in here. And then this area over here gets kind of neglected. I don't know, that's just the sound design that they have going on, so that's why I just kind of raised that a little bit. And then I added a Fruity Blood overdrive on here, really to give some extra amplification, distortion, and power to these 808s. As you can hear, they're pretty blasty. Amplify this sound a little bit. Now for some effects, I have a top dobro, and if you don't know what a dobro is, it's kind of like a country guitar. And then I just have a little drone in the background to add some extra ambience and fill up the mix a little bit. It's very quiet, as you can see up there. Now for the structure and arrangement of this track, pretty simple. For any intro or verse, you could just get away with using only the guitar sample or the guitar that you played. And then for the chorus, that's where you put everything all together. You have the guitar, the dobro, the chords, the drone, the 808, and then the drum loop that we made. And then for like an outro or like a bridge or anything like that to kind of build up to another chorus or anything, I just have the dobro and 808 and then a stripped version of the drum loop without the hi-hat. Basically just stripping down some of the elements to its bare bones. And this is what the final structure of the track looks like. Here's the final result. Say shit I don't mean, but I'm still gonna wake up on you and me. I know that last night we let the liquor talk. I can't remember everything we said, but we said it all. You told me that you wish I was somebody you never met, but baby, something's
Okay, I feel like I've learned absolutely nothing from that video. Except Looper Man. Yeah, I gotta log in. I gotta register. Damn, they want a lot of information. Y'all go stare at the garage. I don't know, Looper Man's kind of cool. I do want some of the sound, so that's why I'm not doing that all over again. I'll copy and paste. Country. Alright. Save password. They sent an email. No damn. No damn. Fuck. I ain't getting no fucking email. Let me try and log in. Oh. Let's see what they got under acapellas.
I try to ignore my eyes, I cover my ears, but I still hear. Watch the shadows disappear. I feel the darkness full of fear. We are here to make a change. No longer will we be slaves.
Okay, I just wanna give what's mine.
Huh.
I stay hollow inside to keep me. I done cracked my head and fucked it up. A lot of die, lived enough. Like what the fuck? Like what the fuck? Have your way. Yeah, have your way. Have your way. Yeah. Have your way. You are my everything. You are.
Yeah, I wish I could fucking log in, but it won't let me. Cause it's being a hoe. Let's check on our website. Yeah, alright, Looper Man, that's cool. I pretty much know how to fucking make the beat anyway.